How do you become AI native?
Everyone thinks AI means typing better prompts. It doesn't.
They're not, and I think that's a great point, and that's what we're going to get into with agents. But I think the main takeaway here is that everyone is a manager now, and that reframe of making sure your agents are set up for success, like a manager would with their team, is the unlock in terms of how you look at this. It's not, I've got a new tool like Salesforce, or I've got a new tool like Excel.
The people winning right now stopped doing the work. They became managers. They hand the boring middle to AI agents and keep the two parts that actually matter, the thinking at the start and the judgment at the end. That's the whole shift. You're not learning a tool. You're learning to run a team that never sleeps.
It's very different than that, because essentially you have unlimited employees at your disposal, and you need to make sure they're set up for success. Because I think Andy Grove, godfather of management, once said, the success of a manager is the success of their team, or judge based on the output of their team. And to me, that is.
But a manager is only as good as how they set their team up. So what do these agents actually need to work on their own?
They understand everything, and they're absolutely nailing it. This is what you want your agents to get to. And in order for an agent to have autonomy, they need these four things. They really need these four things. They need a clear goal. They need the skills. They need the tools, and they need the context. All of those to succeed and be autonomous.
An agent needs four things to run on its own: a clear goal, the right skills, the right tools, and context. Miss one and it stalls, guesses, or makes stuff up. It's the same as a new hire on day one. Drop them in with no direction and they sink. Give them all four and they run for days without you.
Again, I will bring it back to your first day on the job. If I walked in to a new company and was expected to put a board deck together for the following week on day one with no management, what would I do? Maybe the goal is somewhat clear, but a little bit fuzzy. Do I have the skills to do that? Maybe from a past job, but not so much. Do I have the tools? I don't even know where to.
But here's where it gets powerful, because one agent is good, but agents that hand work to each other, that's a different level entirely.
You've already covered skills and what they are. They're markdown files. You guys know this. And then skill chains, like I said, are running playbooks back to back. Essentially, it's
a skill chain links them back to back. Skill 1 finishes, fires skill 2, which fires skill 3, and out comes work that's actually polished. This is how a full client proposal gets built in minutes instead of days. One agent is a worker, a chain is an assembly line.
A macro skill with skills inside of it. So skill 1 then calls skill 2 fires, and then calls skill 3 fires, and then off we go. So I'm going to give you a demo.
But none of this works if your agents are flying blind. So the real question is, how do they actually know anything about you?
So let's talk about capture. You have a bunch of stuff going on in your company from a bunch of different tools, places. We have Slack messages, we have meeting recordings, we have emails, we have boards in Linear, we have on and on and on it goes. All of this information contains context. And a lot of it is actually really helpful in producing what you need to produce for customers.
The fix is a brain, a system that captures everything from your meetings, emails, and chats, then files it where agents can read it. Once it's there, your agents see the whole picture. They even pull tiny personal details into the work, the kind of thing you'd never remember on your own.
So I have a routine that runs to collect this and bring it into almost like an inbox for my brain. So every hour, takes it in, maybe every 2, takes it in and leaves it there. It brings all this stuff in, and you can give rules. You can say where it pulls from and what folders to look at. Very easy. And you can just go and build this if you haven't already in Claude. You can jump in and create a routine.
But building something is only half the job. So how do you know if what you built is any good before you waste weeks on it?
Or what these prototypes look like. Is that correct?
Totally right. And the new unlock here is how fast you can get feedback from some of the stuff you're producing, which is actually, as you know, in the game of product, the whole game, right? Is you want to produce things and check them out and see how they feel.
Instead of writing a long plan and hoping, you ship a working prototype in minutes, put it in front of real people, and watch how they react. The feedback gets synthesized automatically, and you can build version 2 in the same sitting. Speed to feedback is the whole game.
As much as you'd want to write a however many page PRD and slowly build it and get it out there over weeks or months, If you can build a prototype in under 10 minutes that looks like this, allows people to feel it, get real reactions, that's like the game.
But knowing how to do all this is one thing. What if this exact skill is the thing people will actually pay you for?
Acceleration team, you're very incredible with offers, but the game here is to niche down, which you always talk about.
Quick pause here. If what I'm sharing is making sense and you're thinking, okay, but how does this actually work in a real system? I've put together a free training that walks through the exact structure and process we use. It's not theory, it's a behind the scenes walkthrough of how the system is set up, how the pieces fit together, and how most of the heavy lifting is already handled, so you're not starting from zero. If you want to see how it's structured and decide for yourself if it's a good fit, the link is in the description. All right, let's jump back in.
And the three vectors is our industry, function, and company size. So industry could be, pick your niche, commercial real estate, dentistry, whatever it is, pick it. Restaurants are very hot.
The move is to niche down, pick one industry, one team, one company size, and get great at their workflows. Restaurants, dental offices, real estate, pick a lane. Most businesses have no idea this is even possible, and that gap is the opportunity.
Very, very hot niche right now because they are especially fragmented and can really use this. Now, you can't go too small. They won't have the budget, but as you go up, function, who do you want to support in that industry, which team, and then company size. And then get incredibly good at understanding those workflows. You might already have an unfair advantage in one of these, and producing the right service offering.
Stick around, because putting all 6 of these together is where the real magic happens. If you like this video, gently hit the like button. If you dislike this video, then share with your friends and family. Because whether you liked it or not, it could be helpful to your friends and family and your social media contact. And if you think we are doing our best to try and explain to you how you can change your life, and you want to watch the next video, then make sure you subscribe to our channel and switch on the notification bell button. And make sure you ask your friends and family and social media contacts to subscribe to our channel, switch on the notification bell button as well. This way, you will help us get 10,000 subscribers in next 3 months. To learn more money techniques, watch these videos, and we will see you on the next one.